Easy now, people. We're going to do a series on cheap tank things or cheap aquarium things that you're probably going to need. And we're going to start our first one with this wire brush here. Doesn't look special, doesn't it not? But I'll tell you, it's brilliant. And I'm going to show you for why now. First off, it really does help you to get into those hard to reach places that you cannot get into with your finger in a cloth that you really need to clean, like the shaft of impellers, for example, like here. That's not its main use though, and certainly not why I purchased it in the first place. Ever done your tank maintenance? Maybe cleaned your filter as well. Put your filter back on and your tank just fills with dirty evil from inside your tubes and your pipes. Well, this wee brush here is going to be an awesome wee tool for sorting that out. First off, a wee tip. If you're taking your tubes apart and you have wee clips like is on the end of this one here, maybe think about leaving one on to remind you which end goes to which pipe. Might save you a wee headache later on when the pipes fit snugly together again. And then we're ready to head off to preferably our outside tap. However, mine's is broken and out, cracked with the cold weather we've been having. So I'm having to use the bathtub in the spare bathroom. But if you do got an outside tap, it does get messy here. Look at that, there we go. We've just put a wee bit of water through the pipe and already some of that's come out. So the next thing is, we're going to stick our brush through it. And this is where the genius of this wee brush really comes into play. It's just about the way it's designed. Almost like a spring with no gaps. And you can see it's really flexible. So you're able to push it through your pipes no problem, no matter what shape they're in. But if you try and push it together, it suddenly becomes rigid, meaning you can force it straight down your pipe. So that's what we're going to do here. Just pushing it down with a bit of water. You can kind of see at the bottom left of the screen now, it's really pushing that gunk through the pipe. And we're going to push the brush down until it starts getting like a bit of resistance, until it doesn't really want to go anymore without being forced. Put it back out and you can see what it brings with it. Look, that's the gear that was going to end up in our tank if we hadn't have done this. I think we can all agree that was pretty gross, and we're happier if it goes down the plug hole or down the drain. So then what we're going to do obviously is repeat the process and do it to the other end of the pipe. Again, you can tell at the bottom of the screen now, bottom right, just coming around that bend, it's really dragging some of that plant waste and organic matter with it that we can dispose of rather than pouring back in our tanks. Brilliant, look. You look at that. So I bought this brush for under £2. I had to wait a while because it came for China or somewhere like that, but so what, I wasn't in a rush for it, and for £2, worth every penny and worth the wait. You can probably pick them up for about that if you've got a decent hardware store around by you, but I'll drop the link for where I got mine in the comments below in case it helps you out. Now there is another way that you can clean your pipes using a spare pump and hydrogen peroxide, H2O2, but that relies on having a spare pump sitting about and the chemical when you want it, which not everybody does. For £2 and for the amount of storage space this brush uses, I'm going to say it's well worth using this method. The only thing you do need to take into consideration is your significant other might not appreciate you using the tub. Gotta go. Later.